welcome to Imperial Kingdom. Let's do a little quick dive on what's been going on between Shakur Stevenson and Devon Haney. Both of them have been talking about fighting recently, and Devon Haney has been campaigning recently at 147 and very comfortably. Very comfortably. He's done very well. Very, very well. Even his last opponent, Brian Norman Jr., he stopped. He stopped Brian Norman Jr., who one would regard as a formidable opponent. A very skilled guy, very strong dude, but he couldn't make it v. Devon. And obviously Devon is very, very, very proficient in his game. He knows what he's doing. And Shakur, we know, highly ranked pound for pound as well. And the thing is, Devon Haney is campaigning at 147 while Shakur is campaigning at 135. And only just now he came up to give us the fight with Teofimo Lopez. We have to give him credit for that. I don't see him getting credit for that. For some reason, the fans are and reporters are recently in some kind of clamor for this fight and poo-pooing on Shakur. There's some behaviors he's exhibited, though, you know, socially speaking, as far as things like saying he thinks Tyson Fury he thought Tyson Fury was better than Muhammad Ali and he would beat Muhammad Ali. He said that before the undone fight. You know, and certain other things which I won't go into right now. He should know by now. Now, as far as fighting is concerned, Shakur is top notch. That's what we're going to get into now. He is top notch and 135 guy. Shakur is a 135 fighter, and he's been doing very well, more than very well. He fought Teofimo Lopez. We have to give him credit. I'm not hearing the credit for it. I'm not hearing people giving him credit for it. We could have been still talking about this fight now, in the negotiations going on long, or even maybe a duck by someone. But no, that didn't happen. This was a full compliance from Shakur, you know, with the will of the fans, and it came through. But it was a reasonable request. It wasn't a demand, it was a request. I mean, hey, how about you come up and fight Teofimo Lopez? He's 140. Look, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. It should be understandable. That's not your weight division. If a particular weight division is not yours, you don't have to fight there. It's simple. We can't be expecting you to fight where it's not your weight division, right? But he came up to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez, and he beat him clearly, thoroughly. And Teofimo Lopez is one of the top fighters in the game, right? We must give him credit. We must give Shakur credit. Now, to expect him to go all the way up to 147 to fight Devon Haney, who's so comfortable at 140 and very, very skilled, very, very highly skilled in the game. Shakur is also highly skilled, thoroughly adept. Yeah. They both know what they're doing in the ring. But the thing is, the advantage weight-wise is very, very high. You know, it's all good for reporters to say, oh, you know, the greats have climbed up weight. Yeah, they climbed up weight when they wanted to. It was their choice. They decided, I'm going to climb up weight now. I'm going to climb up weight. When you feel right in your body. This is not soccer. This is not basketball. This is boxing. The fighters putting their life on the line. They're putting their health on the line. And if they don't feel that they are ready to go up, no one else can tell them to go up. No one else can tell them to go up. You go up when you're ready. When they feel like they're ready to go up, that's when they go up. Usually, at some point, fighters outgrow their division, maybe by one division. Some might by two. But some are just what they are. And you can't just impose it on someone. Neither, especially not another fighter, challenging down, saying, come up to my weight. No, that's just not right. That's just not right. You don't challenge down. Now, someone may have something fabulous down there who's just one division below you, and you may feel that, look, it's reasonable for you to come up. In that kind of case, yeah, you can suggest it, you can discuss it, you can have a look and see, talk about it. You're not necessarily being a pussy, because maybe he truly can come up. I'm talking one division. But to now get someone jumping a division and a half or two when it's not theirs, especially if you're very close in skill and all that, no, that's just not on. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. That's just nothing. There's no glory in that. There's absolutely no glory in that. A fighter has to challenge those who are at reasonable division gaps, either the same division. If you can challenge someone up higher than you, that's you challenging higher. That means you want to go up. But you can't challenge someone down. Say, come up. You can if you both kind of think it's reasonable, but you can't press for too long. If they're just sticking to the guns, just leave it. You can't push, and you can't call them a pussy either. Unless someone else challenges you one day from up, and you see how that feels. Some people are fine to go up. They're ready to move up division, but that's because they know how they feel in their body. Everybody's different. It definitely cannot be an imposition where you just make a demand on someone to go up division. No, that's ridiculous. If fans are saying it, that's ridiculous. And for journalists to be saying it, or reporters, that's even more ridiculous. Definitely not. You can't push Shakur on this one. Definitely cannot press him on this one. And Devon Haney saying 20%, 18%, just because I took 18% when I was going up, because he was going up to fight Cambosos. And at that time, he took between 18 and 20%. He said 22%. That's a big pay cut. Now, that's your choice again to do that, and you're commended for that. We commend you. You know, he's commended. That's commendable. That's a big thing to do, because now he cut all the red tape, everything in the way of that fight happening. He extinguished, and then he made sure that fight was able to happen. So they went down. He even did it in his backyard in Australia, and it went down fabulously. The fight went down fabulously. And obviously there was a rematch and all this stuff. Now the glory comes back, and you make your money back on the back end, yeah, on the returns and everything else after that. But that's your choice to do. That's your own strategy. You can't impose it on someone else. It's a ghetto ass negotiation to say, I took 22%, therefore you must take 22%. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's silly. Now, of course, Devon is top notch boxing wise, and he doesn't really get in much trouble outside either. So I'm not trying to poo-poo on him either. But I'm talking about this specific aspect, right? Nope. You don't do that. No, you can't make an imposition on someone else and then tell them just because you decided that your game plan was to lose X percentage on your own negotiation, therefore they have to do that. No, of course not. They don't. And for someone to offer Shakur 22% or 20%, that's a mighty low ball. Again, I say that's a mighty low ball. Every piece of negotiation is dead in the water with that number. So, I mean, you might as well just cancel the whole negotiation. And Shakur's high ranking. He's top pound for pounder, top 10. He might be even higher. So it'll be a fabulous fight, though. If they can get it together, it'll be a fabulous fight. It'll be a fabulous fight. If they can get that fight together, yes, we're going to watch that. It's going to be explosive, of course. Like I said, everybody would watch any fight. You know, boxing or fighting is about survival of the fittest. So human beings always want to know, who would win in between two. And also, the issue of competitiveness and what makes one survive in a particular situation. And of course, They always want to learn from that situation or view it for the record. Even for historicity, that's the way humanity has gone. Always. So these are the reasons why we always have. You would stop a basketball game. You would stop a football game to watch a fight that's happening just behind it. Yeah, it's more interesting. There's a part of you that really wants to know how it's going to go down. It's important. So of course we'll watch it, but it doesn't mean we can impose it on Shakur. Can't impose it on Shakur. If he doesn't want to go up, that's his own health. That's a fighter putting their life on the line. It's not football, it's not soccer, it's not golf. This is boxing. A fighter's putting their life on the line. So they have to be the ones to know whether it's time to move up or not. Whether it's time to move a division or not. You could say great fighters move divisions. Yes, that's when they wanted to. It's not for fans or reporters to tell them. And it's definitely not for the challenging fighter to tell them. Absolutely not. Again, without the right poundage, the likely is going to be no belts. The likely is going to be no belts. So, what's the point as far as Shakur is concerned? So it might be a no-go. This fight might not happen, and if it doesn't, I don't mind. If the reason is because one person is not really at the weight, that's more than good enough reason. That's a good enough reason. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. Till next time, Imperial Kingdom. Enjoy the summer.